I'm George Holmes and I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Bolton. This university has a long and distinguished history, indeed a tradition going back to the early 1820s when we were a mechanics institute. We've offered a wide range of higher education options, certainly for the last 40 years, to modern professionals. Our distinguished roots go back to material sciences and the cotton trade itself. We're a proud historical organisation with a real modern edge. Our students are the most important thing to us, and so we asked our students what they wanted.
My name is Arthur Kadu, and I am the Students' Union President here at the University of Bolton. I would encourage any student who wants to come here to come and utilize all the facilities we've got.
Our NUS relationships, particularly with our student president, has told us that our new social learning zone, the facilities around our very flexible learning space and open access library, and the creation of a student union location right at the very heart of the campus gives our students the sort of community feel they want from a modern university.
My name is Joanna. I'm studying to be a health visitor. I'm currently in my first semester of a 12-month programme. The teaching styles whilst I've been at university have been really varied, which is really good because everybody learns differently. We've done a combination of lectures, group work, and also the site Moodle is really good for us to access resources. We can access these at home, in the library, wherever we feel comfortable to learn.
Our School of Health is nationally recognised. We've got a very exciting new clinical nursing initial education programme where we work with NHS trusts but also offer professional training and practice in our clinical simulation suite. In that suite we'll see SimMan alongside our anatomage table offering the very highest of simulated professional clinical experience.
The Vice-Chancellor himself has got a very, very good vision of the University of Bolton.
The last 5 years at the University of Bolton have been very exciting. What we've seen here at the university is infrastructure expansion on a grand scale. There's been almost £165 million spent on capital around this university campus over the last 5 years, and we continue to grow and expand with not only the development of Bolton 1 with our 8-lane swimming pool and our large multi-purpose gymnasium, but also in the development of our new Science, Technology and Engineering Centre. We've got now the National Centre for Motorsport Engineering being developed on our site. That's a £10 million initiative which builds on our Centre for Advanced Performance Engineering and leads the sector in putting students on the racetrack at the heart of performance engineering. We're growing our student village, which is a 1,000-bed provision right in the heart of the historic town centre. At Bolton, whatever your background or whatever your interests, you'll find that there's something for you and a community that welcomes you and embraces you in your learning needs.
I was quite nervous before I came, but within the first week I was already settled. We've made like a really good community and everyone supports each other, so it's been really nice. It's lived up to every expectation.
Even if you go from Manchester to London, it would take time to settle, and I'm talking about coming 7,000 miles away from family as an 18-year-old. So it's not easy, but then you see the people. You get to learn about religions, cultures.
In my class, I can boldly say everybody got along and everybody helped each other. Things I didn't know, somebody older than me, they explained it to me. This is what I learned. I've been in uni before, I've been on this route before, I've worked here before, and I'm learning from them.
It was very welcoming. The staff at the university very welcoming, and the university have a good understanding of what the student population is like.
I never spoke English before coming here, and if I did talk, it made me realize that, oh, they're not judging me. They actually wanted to know how I deal with things, what's my way. It helps you to move forward in life.
are developing what we call the National Centre for Motorsport Engineering.
There's no other university that offer this level of work experience at the high end of motorsport.
There are many reasons as to why you should come to the University of Bolton. My main reason is the student experience, the community feeling, and the people themselves.
Students.
Oliver, your mic.
没有声音，刚刚。现在有了吗？
Yeah, you can go ahead now, Oliver.
现在有。Dear ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, guests, teachers, and students, good afternoon. Welcome to this competition. I'm your English host, and my name is Oliver. I will be joined by Vinny as Chinese host in today's event.
尊敬的各位领导、各位来宾、亲爱的老师们、同学们，大家下午好！欢迎大家来到本次大赛，我是今天的中文主持人 Winnie。
Before the competition begins, please allow me to introduce our education program, which is the cooperation project between our university, Jiangxi University of Chinese Medicine, and the University of Bolton.
在比赛开始之前，请允许我介绍我校与博尔顿大学的合作项目及其优势。
The major in the field of marketing is a cooperative school running project between our university and the University of Bolton, approved by the Ministry of Education. The training program is jointly formulated by our university and the University of Bolton, and adopts the 3+1 mode. The professional courses are taught by excellent teachers sent by our university and the University of Bolton. This major studied in our university in the first 3 years. Students who meet the conditions can apply to study in Bolton University in the 4th academic year.
市场营销专业是经教育部批准的我校与英国博尔顿大学合作办学项目。培养方案由我校与博尔顿大学共同制定，采取3+1的培养模式。专业课程由我校及博尔顿大学派出的优秀教师讲授。本专业前3年在我校学习，符合条件者第4年可以自愿申请赴博尔顿大学学习，其他同学则继续留在国内完成实习等其他环节的学习。
Who complete all courses and other teaching assignments during their study in school and successfully pass the examination meeting the conditions for degree awarding can obtain the graduation certificate and the bachelor's degree certificate in management issued by our university. Students who go to University of Bolton to complete the courses and other teaching assignments in the education plan and successfully pass the examination and meet the conditions for degree awarding can obtain the graduation certificate, Bachelor of Management degree certificate, and Bachelor of Arts honor in Business Management awarded by University of Bolton. through mutual credit recognition and course mapping.
学生在校学习期间完成所有课程及其他教学环节，经考核合格且符合学位授予条件者，可获得由我校颁发的毕业证书和管理学学士学位证书。赴博尔顿大学学习的同时，完成培养计划规定的课程及其他教学环节，经考核合格且符合学位授予条件者，通过学分互认，可获得由我校颁发的毕业证书、管理学学士学位证书及博尔顿大学授予的商务管理、市场营销文学荣誉学士证书。接下来，请允许我介绍本次比赛规则。
Our class was grouped by our professor based on the students' numbers in the class. Then all the groups carried on their studies together and cooperated with each other to achieve group study advantages. At the end of the course, each group presented their group study achievements, and through students voting, top 3 groups were chosen. In order to get into the top 3 group in a class, each group not only carefully prepared the PowerPoint and the speech, but also invited students from other schools and other majors to judge them and provide fair judgments and voting in order to get the best group recognitions.
关于每个班级的分组，首先是小组成员根据班级总人数平均分出数量。其次，同学们自主选择自己的小组成员。这次的期末出席考核，每个小组为了进入前3名，不仅精心准备 PPT 和演讲，还邀请了在别的学校以及本学校其他专业的同学为自己投票，这将对他们的投票排名非常有利。
It's a pleasure now to start the presentation competition for the batch 2021.
下面我宣布，江西中药大学暨博尔顿大学的研试比赛正式开始。
Now let me take this honor to invite the contestant from Group 1 to give us their PowerPoint presentation for their professional and academic skill development. Please welcome Group 1.
下面有请第一组选手为我们进行专业与学术技能发展课程 PPT 展示。
Good afternoon, respected teachers, audience, boys and girls. I'm Mary, the team leader in Group 1. Today, my partner Sharon and I will present our team's assignment. We will present our work from the following 4 aspects. Let me introduce our group members first. We are Group 1, and the group name is the Auctioneers. This is a self-introduction in a personal form made by our group member Zoe. Let's listen to what they want to say. Okay, the first one.
Hello, Professor. I'm Yam. Thank you for your teaching. One day as a teacher and lifelong as a father.
Hello, Professor. I'm Adolfo. From your class, I found myself cleansed and found ways to improve myself. And I also unlocked many new abilities and knew the importance of studying hard.
Hello, Professor and everyone. I'm Zong. As the old saying goes, knowledge is power. Therefore, I thank you very much because I'm able to learn plenty of knowledge in your class.
Hello, everyone. I'm Li Guy. My motto is do right things and do things right. Try my best. Group study is very nice in my life.
Hello, Professor. I'm Sharon, the Deputy Team Leader of Group 1. As the old saying goes, where there is a will, there is a way. I believe that as long as we work hard together, we will succeed one day.
Okay, there is a division of labor of us. Let me introduce myself. I think I have strong leadership skills and can organize everyone to work efficiently together. And sharing, she is a meticulous person and good at dealing with some details. Yam and Adolf are good at making PPT. Li Guy and Zone are usually finding information and analyzing. Let's take a look at what each member did in each assignment. For example, when we were writing the report of the future of AI, I was responsible for making the contents, the main body, and integrating the materials. Zong was in charge of the abstract section. Yam took charge of the introduction. Adolf was responsible for the main body with me. Sharing was in charge of the conclusion and recommendations, and Li Guy was responsible for appendices. Each member has his or her own task in each assignment, as you can see from the pictures, and we usually learn through online and offline communication and find information on various websites. Secondly, we have learned a lot of skills in this subject, such as how to make a resume, write a cover letter, essay, report, and so on, as you can see in the screen, and much more than that. First of all, these pictures are part of our preview homework. We have gained a lot of new words from the PPT preview and learned what we are going to learn. Easy to listen in the class, and we have realized the high efficiency of teamwork. These are the weekly plans for each of our members. We learned how to make weekly plans to be the master of time. As Mr. Jagger said, efficiency is the ability to do the things right, not to do the right things. There are some resumes that we have made. The first one is mine. Next is Sharing and Adolf, Li Guy, Yam, and Zoan. Also, we have learned when making a resume, we should concise language, avoid empty talk, start with the end, highlight personal advantages, and emphasize professionalism. Adjust self-evaluation according to different positions. These are the cover letters that we have wrote, as you can see in the screen. And we have learned when we write cover letters, we should state where we received our job listing and feel that I am a good fit for the position. List our best qualities and abilities for the position. When describe ourselves, give a brief introduction of ourselves, education and work experience, so that the reader can get to know us quickly. This figure is the result of our 2 questionnaire surveys. One is based on the learning style questionnaire. The other one is based on the well-being team type questionnaire. From the results, we can see that everyone is different, but most people are reflector, and a few people are pragmatist and serious. Shown next is our self-reflection report. These reports describe our deep inner stories and have a significant impact on everyone's future development. We also describe why it affects, how it affects, and how it helps in our career. Okay, My presentation is all over. Next, let's welcome my partner Sharing to give the following presentation. Thank you. Good afternoon, respected teachers, audience, and students. I'm Sherry, the Deputy Team Leader of Group 1. The first presentation is the outline of the paper of our group. When it comes to papers, we should pay attention to the format of the paper. And one of the most important things is that writing an outline or drawing a chart before writing an essay and properly organizing your ideas on the topic can make the essay write more smoothly. Finally, we need to track the grammatical errors. This figure is the paper completed by our group. The theme of the essay is China Railway High Speed. You see, this graph is our reported mind map. And the picture is the reports completed by our group. When we write the report, we should follow the following points. First of all, be prepared and think clearly about what I'm going to write about and what the purpose is. Secondly, the sequence and logic of the material should be reasonably arranged and use the layout to help readers understand. Finally, write the report using short sentences with some positive and objective words, and use an appendix to make the report more convincing. I figure out everyone are familiar with feasibility reports. When we do the feasibility report, on the application of artificial intelligence, we can not only have a deeper understanding of AI, but also let us guide the application of AI in all walks of life. You see, this picture is a feasibility report of our group. Obviously, this course is also of great help in our academic and career. In academic, you see, learning to make a resume can point out the direction of college students learning in school, clear the goals and tasks of college students learning, stimulate their own learning potential to the growth and success of great benefit. Learning to write an essay is very helpful to our learning thinking arrangement, but also can help us improve our memory and get recognition by others. In career, first of all, learning this teaching course can improve our oral English and listening. It's a great help in our future employment. For example, if we want to work in some foreign enterprises, we have learned how to write a resume and how to write a cover letter, which is of great help to us when looking for a job. Generally speaking, professional and academic skills development is to improve our interest in English learning and my English writing ability. The homework completion form of this course is completed in the form of groups, which makes us deeply feel the power of the team. As the saying goes, a person can walk faster, but a group of people can go further. Thank you for your listening. That's the end of our presentation.
Voting. If you like this presentation of this group, please vote for them.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来，让我们进入投票环节。喜欢这组选手的话，就为他们投上一票吧。
It is my pleasure to introduce Jiangxi University of Chinese Medicine. Jiangxi University of Chinese Medicine, which was founded in 1959 and is in Nanchang, the capital of Jiangxi province, which is rich in natural resources and outstanding people. Adhering to the school-running tenet of serving the reform and development of the country, the development of traditional Chinese medicine, and the overall progress of local economy and society. The university carries forward the school motto of learning, people, strength, and refinement, and strives to run a university to the satisfaction of the people with the goal of cultivating practical, innovative, and talents who meet the needs of social progress and the development of traditional Chinese medicine.
接下来，让我们一起了解一下江西中医药大学。江西中医药大学创建于1959年，坐落在物华天宝、人杰地灵的江西省省会南昌市。学校坚持为国家改革发展服务，为中医药事业发展服务，为地方经济发展和社会全面进步服务的办学宗旨，弘扬为学为人、求强求精的校训，以培养适应社会进步和中医药事业发展需要，具有市场竞争力的实践型、创新型、创业型人才为目标，努力办好人民满意的大学。
Invited a contestant from Group 2 to give us a PowerPoint presentation. See how they will perform for us. Now stage is yours, Group 2.
下面有请第二组选手为我们进行 PPT 展示，看看他们会有怎样的表现。第二组，现在舞台是你们的了。
Hello everyone, I'm delighted to speak with you today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jinji from Group 15, Class 2. I'm one of the speakers of our team and the other speaker is Unique. As you can see, Viola is our team leader. My presentation concerns what did we learn and how did we feel. One of the first things we learned in our class was how to make a weekly plan. And here are some Viola's insight. Through teacher's explanation in class, we know the importance of reasonable and efficient use of time. We learn to divide our days to make each day count. Every week, we will hold a group meeting to discuss how to implement our group weekly homework. We learn to put study first on our schedule and exercise while studying to improve our learning level and physical fitness. Next is unique analysis of learning situation. Affected by the epidemic, our course has changed from online face-to-face conversation to current online learning now. Although online learning is more convenient, you can learn without leaving home. It also has the best things. That is, in class, the students are not so focused. They may do some small moves. In this way, the learning efficiency will greatly reduce. I hope the epidemic will end soon so that I can go back to classroom and finish the class. Next is our resume. After resume, we learn to improve teamwork, learn from the strengths of other group, and learn to our teacher. And the cooperative spirit of the group. Different learning styles bring different effects, and we become whole to achieve better results through teamwork. The cover letter. After the cover letter, Jinji thinks it can improve my English. What's more, we learn more professional English expression by writing cover letter, which can make the meaning of our expression more concise and accurate. It can also improve our oral English. Foreign teachers' pure English thinking and authentic accent help us train our unique English language thinking in communication with foreign teacher and exercise our accent, intonation, and constant correction. The next is Ppt Translation. What have we learned? Prepare before class. Watch the course well repeatedly after class. Use tool to translate incomprehensible words in class and finish our work in time. The detail of Carol's situation in class. Generally speaking, although sometimes I could not understand the teacher said, I could still understand the general meaning, and there were teaching assistants to help us in class. What's more heartwarming is that the teacher reminds us to do our homework, attend class carefully, and turn on the camera. I have to say, this course is really interesting, and I benefit a lot from it. My partner will do the next. Let's welcome Unique.
Hello, everyone. Unique, the deputy team leader of Group 2. It's my pleasure to complete the following presentation. Our group completed a paper on Chinese food. We introduced the regional cuisine of China and its major cuisines. Chinese food is featured by various flavors. And we learned to look for learning materials from the 4 softwares. There is a sentence in the Analects of Confucius. It's necessary to have effective tools to do good work. These tools help us to perfect our paper. This is what Ethan learned. Through the study of this discipline, it will be easier to write a graduation thesis and read some foreign books in the future, and you can better understand these documents. This is the report of our group. It's about Chinese history. The article is based on the background of thousands of years of Chinese history, an introduction to the various dynasties of Chinese reports, mainly discuss the development process and the typical events of each dynasty. We divided the reports into 9 parts. Everyone has a clear division of label in the group, and by finishing this report, we know more about the history of China. We learned to organize the division of label ability. This allows our group to be more effective and the members to take responsibility. We also learned to write reports in professional terms. This is a skill that will benefit us in the future. Next, I will introduce the learning style of our group and assessments based on well-being. We are all very active, and each of us has something special. About learning style, I want to say, by testing individual learning style with questionnaires, each member of us clearly knows what his or her learning style is. It can teach us to use the right method as a guide for future work and study. And group assessments based on well-being. We all think these questionnaires helps each member of our team become more united and know their unsuitable division of label. Then, I believe our team will go to a higher level. Carlos thinks they helps us in the details of daily learning, have a basic understanding of the class pattern, and adapt to it. This is another report of our group. It's about Chinese. It's about possibility of having online class in future using metaverse, AR, VR, and AI technology. We did a feasibility study on it. With the rapid development of information networking in today's work, online teach is become more and more common. I believe our class will be more and more active in this way. Ethan thinks these group assignments are helpful for future careers. For example, improve interpersonal skills, practice language conversion skills, improve communication skills. I believe these skills will benefit us in some future situation. And Nancy thinks a good command of the language will help us solve problems and multitask. Knowing both languages helps us work effectively. We are better able to relate to others. It's mainly because different languages influence the way we think, from how we choose vocabulary to describe the world around us, to the impact that different cultures have on you. As a result, it can greatly improve your relationship with others, and there are more career prospects. Writing out your resume to master more than one language can greatly improve your chances of being hired. Finally, that's my summary. Through this course, we learned many practical methods and skills that will help us in the future. For example, learning how to write an effective resume and cover letter, committed and development an effective study plan, understand the causes of stress and learn how to reduce it, study and try to develop critical thinking, develop effective team members, plan and time management, adjust our spoken language to suit different learning styles and teaching styles, learn to write reports and papers, find our own learning styles by taking well-being team type questionnaire. This specialized course is of great help to daily life and work in the future. I benefit a lot. Thank you very much for listening. That's all. Thanks.
Forms today.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来，让我们进入投票环节。喜欢这组选手的话，就为他们投上一票吧。
Introduce the University of Bolton. The University of Bolton, which is a comprehensive university based in Great Britain. Its predecessor was the Machinery Research Institute, established in 1824 and officially changed its name to university in 2005. Located in the suburb of Manchester, the economic and cultural center of the UK, the school has the right to confirm bachelor's, master's, and doctor's degrees. University of Bolton is one of the member universities of the Commonwealth University Association and is recognized in the UK and internationally. University of Bolton is famous for its teaching and flexible courses. The teaching quality University of Bolton was rated as the highest score in the recent evaluation of the British Education Quality Assessment Committee. Due to its practical focus and strong links with all professional associations, University of Bolton has the highest student employment rate among British universities.
让我们再来看看博尔顿大学吧。英国博尔顿大学是一所立足英伦、面向国际的综合型院校，其前身为1824年成立的机械研究所，2005年正式更名为大学。 该校坐落在英国经济文化中心城市曼彻斯特郊区，具有学士、硕士几级博士学位授予权。博尔顿大学是英联邦大学协会会员大学之一，得到英国及国际上认可。博尔顿大学以教学严谨、课程灵活而闻名英伦。博尔顿大学教学质量在最近的英国教育质量评估委员会 QAA 评测中被评为最高分24/24。由于其注重实际，与所有职业协会都有很强的联系，博尔顿大学学生就业率在英国高校中名列前茅。
Now let's invite the contestants from Group 3 to give us their presentation. See how they will perform for us. Good luck to Group 3.
下面有请第3组选手为我们进行 PPT 展示，看看他们会有怎样的表现。祝他们好运。
Dear Professor and audience, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very glad to make a speech of our group here. This presentation will be displayed by me. Now, I'll show you the wonder of Group 11. First, let's see the catalog. We divide this presentation into 5 parts. Next, we can see the wonderful world of our group. You will see the introduction of our group. This basic information of each member of our group. Each of our team members has its own characteristics and personality. We believe that each team member is unique. Everyone has his own value and can shine in position, which can play a great role and value in the development of the whole team. In daily life, we will organize meetings from time to time to discuss what the professor say in class or tasks assigned by the professor in class. We believe that a good group needs the participation and speeches of each member in order to have a high quality and efficient discussion. Only in this way can our discussion can reach a satisfactory result. What you see now is the meeting schedule of our group. We hold meetings frequently just to enable our group to better carry out the task division and cooperation. Participatory group learning is the consistent style of our group. We like to study together and enjoy the fun of learning. For us, the strength of the group must be unified, and we should be responsible to ourselves so that we can give a better play to our abilities. Now, you can see our group homework presentation. We have evaluated our learning style for everyone. If we want to do a better job, we must first understand ourselves. If you can have a clear understanding of yourself, then you can show ourselves better. I believe that a weekly plan is the premise and foundation for a person to do a good job. We can't do without a weekly plan, just like a car can do without a steering wheel. Otherwise, our life will become a mess. Each of us has our own detailed arrangements and goals every day. But we don't always live according to the plan. After all, humans are not robots, and the plan can't keep up with the change. Our weekly plan is flexible. The world is always changing, and we should flexibly perform the tasks we need to do so that our life can be regular and wonderful. We think the weekly plan has many advantages. We can carry out our tasks orderly and show them satisfactorily through the weekly plan. Through detailed weekly planning, we can work for an accurate goal. We firmly believe that the realization of any goal needs to complete each step. Only through careful planning and gradual implementation can we achieve our goals better. Now, we can see the resume and guide letter. These in the screen are selected from all the members from Group 11. As we all know, in the future, we will go to society after graduating from university. And a good resume and guide letter is the key to our future career. For our whole life, we must write our resume and guide letter well in order to reach the first part of the goal in life. Take me as an example. When writing my resume, I first read the template sent by Professor Wallace in WeChat group and then began to plan my own resume. After looking for my honor and experience, I also thought about my future goal and then show it in my resume. The same is true of the cover letter. I integrated my past and future prospects and finally determined my life goal. I hope to complete my goal through some processes. Now, you see the essay that our group completed together. We first made an outline according to the professor's instructions and fixed the general framework of the paper. Then we discussed together, determine the division of labor of each group member, and then started to write the paper. Kai and Mer are responsible for collecting and integrating data. Rack and Henry are responsible for typing and writing. And Azil and I are responsible for typing setting and review and revision. Each of us performs his own duties in order to show the essay in perfect form. This is not only a self-discipline, but also a self-cultivation. As we wrote the Chinese tea, we felt the power of solidarity for the first time. We believe that efficient team division of labor can make us get twice and the result without half effort. The questionnaire enables each of us clear to know where we are safe, why we want to do it, and what we can do. We can use the questionnaires as a reference to make us more aware of life direction. When it comes to the report, each of us is at a loss. Unlike the essay, we have never read a report before, which is a big challenge for us. After we have selected the topic and determined the outline, we begin to discuss how to write the report. According to what the professor said in class and the guidance given by PPT in WeChat group, we started the next step. Like the division of labor arrangement and of the last paper, after completing the report, we had a careful discussion and revised it for many times. And finally, show our group and report. Now, I will show you what we have learned from this course. Since the beginning of this course, we have attached great importance to it. Because this is the first foreign course in our life, we carefully listen to what the professor says in each class and carefully complete the task assigned by the professor after class. We believe that this course is not only exercise of our English ability, but also increase our professional ability so that we can highlight our value in the highly competitive workplace in the future. First of all, we learn some basic English skills in this course. In the trend of globalization, English will become more and more important, so English ability is one of our essential abilities. Under the all-English teaching environment, our English ability has been greatly improved. In this way, we can not only make a deep impression on interviewers when looking for jobs in the future, but also show our ability in some international companies, so that we have the opportunity to better express ourselves. Then there is a thesis. The writing of thesis is very important. It is an important symbol to measure one's academic level and scientific research ability. In the process of writing a thesis, the key value of the thesis lies not only in the writing skills, but also in the research work itself. Next is teamwork. First of all, we believe that teamwork is conducive to stimulating the learning motivation of team members and improving the overall ability of the team, because the team has the consistency of the course. It produces an overall sense of belonging. It is this sense of belonging that makes each member feel that while working for the team, they're also achieving their own goals. At the same time, as members are working together for this goal, thus arousing stronger motivation. Secondly, we believe that teamwork is more conducive to improve the decision making. we face a problem, we believe that a strength of team can often overcome all hardships. Now you can see the process that enable our group to deal with problems. You can see that our group has an orderly process to deal with a task, which is also an important factor for our efficient work. Next, I will show you what our group learned in the course. For us, the most important thing is learning is not what we have learned, but how to learn. For example, when doing a paper, I learned that teamwork is more efficient. When making a report, I know how to ask students and professors for experience, absorb the advantage in the PPT display, and then transform them into display process. We all enjoy the fun of learning and learning lessons. Learning is an endless process. We should create automatic prosperity and in the limited time. For the future, we will use what we learn in class. When we go to the society after graduation, we will use what we have learned in class and combine our own situation to add a wonderful life to our future life. From resume, cover letter, report, and teamwork, each of us is unique. We may have some imperfections, but we will correct them in the future and evaluate ourselves so that we can get the goal we want to achieve. For the future, we think that solidarity and cooperation is the best way for our group to stick to it. There is a Chinese proverb, one chopstick can be broken, while a band of chopsticks cannot be broken. Whether on the road in the future, we should understand solidarity and defeat all enemies. While facing our own shortcomings, we should infinitely narrow our shortcomings and enlarge our strengths, so that we can go faster and faster on the road in the future and move towards our goals. Next, I will make a conclusion. Our course has taught us a lot of useful knowledge, so that we can better show our value in the future. As the leader of our group, I know the efforts of our group in recent weeks. I think what we began in the course is not only useful knowledge, but also great solidarity. Teamwork is very important, especially in the early stage. The most important thing is whether everyone who cooperates has the same ideal and vision, whether everyone's hopes, working methods, goals, and emotions can be integrated together, and whether a real leader is born through assistance in the early cooperation, and others trust and support him to form a true core. If this step is not reached, the later development will be more dangerous. The early stage of the cooperation still emphasizes dedication. Only a team willing to contribute regardless of gains and losses can finally reach the end. My presentation is over. Thank you for your listening.
Now, let's enter the voting session. If you like this presentation of this group, please vote for them.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来，让我们进入投票环节。喜欢这组选手的话，就为他们投上一票吧。
Some thoughts. Through learning professional and academic skills development courses, I believe that each student has different gains, such as promoting the emotion among team members, cultivating the teamwork ability among team members, learning how to write reports and papers, more reasonable control of our time and other practical knowledge and skills, which will be of great help to our study and work in the future.
通过学习专业和学术技能发展课程，我相信每个同学都有所不同的收获，比如促进了小组成员之间的情感，培养了各个小组成员间的团队协作能力，学会了如何写报道和论文，更加合理地管控我们的时间等实用的知识和技能， 这对未来的学习和工作都会有很大的帮助。
Let's invite the contestant from Group 4 to give us a presentation. See how they will perform for us. Good luck to Group 4.
下面有请第4组选手为我们进行 PPT 展示，看看他们会有怎样的表现。
Good afternoon, dear professor, respected teachers, and audience. My name is Shirley. It's my pleasure to present to you the summary of our group. Rebecca and I am going to show you our final project. Our speech includes 3 parts: their information part, course to understand, and ability to ascend. I will show you the first 2 parts. Let's start with the first part of information. Firstly, we are going to see a small video.
Let us see presentations and quotes from team members.
I will struggle and never give up.
Hi, I'm Rebecca. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Everyone, my name is Monet. I just want to do right thing and do things right. And then just be a good man.
Hello, I'm Nesta. A man needs a book like a soldier needs a western.
Hello, I'm Wella. I can because I think I can.
Hello, I'm Shirley, the Group 1's team leader. I'm glad to cooperate with you in this group. Let's chase our dream together.
This video shows us the elegant demeanor of the team members. Let me give you some more specific descriptions. The members of our group are Shirley, Royal, Nesta, Rebecca, Viola, and Monet. Our Chinese name and student ID number are all shown in this round. The table also shows us the team members' personalities highlighted in the questionnaire. We can find that each of us has a great difference in learning style and team type, which is conducive to giving full play to our respective strengths and learning from each other's weakness. Next is our group's homework presentation part, which is the weekly plan we made in the second week. We understand the importance of time from the beginning of the course and make reasonable plans to push ourselves. Next on display are 2 mind maps made by our team about the development of Chinese transportation and the status quo of sleep quality of college students. In class, we learned the skills from professor and made outlines and put forward common ideas. Through this form, we have made clear the main points that can be written in the paper, which is conducive to giving our subsequent division of labor and improvement in the text. The following is a resume and cover letter made by our team members for the assistant position of the professor. We can practice the skills of making a resume taught in class in the application, which is also very helpful for our follow-up work. Next is the paper written by our group. From the paper on Chinese transportation, we simply divided our own parts and assembled it into a paper. To the paper on the status of college student sleep quality, we added a table of contents and supporting charts. We improved our paper written skills, and at the same time, our learning requirements became clear and more proficient. From Week 8 paper on the future of artificial intelligence in education, We not only have catalogs, charts, and related pictures to display. Our division of labor has become more detailed, and our communication has become more frequent. In the improvement of essay written skills, we also saw the progress of individuals in our group. Let's move on to the second part, course to understand. The first major part that we learn in the course is professional and academic skills development. Just like the bottom picture on this slide, the foundation is the base of the pyramid. What we taught in this course, whether it was weekly plan making requirements, paper writing, or resume writing, are all the basic knowledge we learned. We often say that practice makes perfect. In this course, we not only learned professional knowledge, but also put our ideas in our minds into practice with professional theoretical knowledge, points to guide our study. The second major part that we learn in the course is cooperate. We are a group of members of the free team. In this semester's learning process, each of us has learned from each other's strengths. Each of us has contributed our own ideas and energy for group work. We are a united and positive collective. Due to the epidemic, most of our group discussions were completed in WeChat groups. The images on this slide are the results of some of our discussions. The fire burns high when many hands add wind. One person can go fast, but a group of people can go further. I used to listen to other people talk about this sentence, but now, through our group for a semester of study, I really understand the true meaning of this. Now, let us welcome Rebecca to show the next part.
Good afternoon, respected teachers and the whole audience. Good afternoon, Professor. I'm Rebecca. It's a great honor to speak here on behalf of my group. I want to thank you, my partners, for giving me this opportunity. Today, I'm going to talk about what did we learn last semester. Through the Wallace course, we have improved professionally, personally, and how to work in a team. Time management is the first thing I'm going to talk about. The first lesson we have learned was how to manage our time. We did our schedule during the week. As far as I know, some students' schedules are not very fixed before. Faced with many temptations, they tend to become procrastinators because they got lost in the world of the internet. They use TikTok and Bilibili to stream videos. They use WeChat and QQ to chat. They will feel anxious and go to sleep. But by making a schedule, people began to roll up. They arranged not only the time for study, but also the time for chatting with friends, shopping, sports, hanging out during the week. The first picture is everyone studying together in the classroom. These two pictures are students taking online classes in their dormitory. This picture was taken by one of our classmates when he was sightseeing on campus. The last photo is me and my classmates is in the badminton match. It makes our college life very fulfilling. Good time management can not only help you not forget what you need to do, but also make sure you know what you need to do. Time management can help us break the bad habits of procrastination. Before the beginning of the course, many students to social figures refuse to communicate with classmates except roommates. But Professor Wallace put us into groups to study, also special provision comes with the roommates. Initially, we also don't adapt to the new friend, but after a semester, I learned how to learn in the group. By the way, my partners are really great. Of course, we also learn some skills. For example, Professor Wallace told us how to write a paper, reports, cover letters, and resume. And we changed from a rookie who didn't know anything to a qualified college student. I think this laid a solid foundation for the future university life and even for the future work. And we have improved personal ability, for example, planning and organization ability, interpersonal communication skills, and time management skills. Professor Wallace has been reminding us to look at things critically. And under his influence, we have involved critical thinking. Personally, I become more confident and braver. I know we still have a lot to learn. We will carry forward what our teacher have told us. Let's meet in the summit. That's all of our presentation. Thank you for your listening.
Bolton section. If you like the presentation of this group, please vote for them.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来让我们进入投票环节，喜欢这组选手的话，就为他们投上一票吧。
Let me share with you that this is our first foreign language course. I believe many students didn't adapt to the course so quickly at the beginning. With the professor thorough down and our patient communication, the progress of our course went smoothly, and the comprehension of various assignments assigned by the teacher became more and more hard. Fortunately, our professor was always very patient, think for us, for our perspective, and recommend translation software and grammar and word connection software to us so that we can learn and understand better.
这是我们第一门外教课，相信很多同学刚开始都不是那么快适应课程，而在老师特地放慢语速和我们的耐心交流下，我们的课程进展的也慢慢顺利起来，完成老师布置的各项作业也逐渐得心应手。很庆幸我们的老师总是如此的有耐心，站在我们的角度为我们考虑，给我们推荐翻译软件和语法单词纠错软件，让我们更好的学习和理解。
Now let's invite the contestant from Group 5 to give us a PowerPoint presentation. See how they will perform for us. Please be prepared for it.
下面有请第5组选手为我们进行 PPT 展示，看看他们会有怎样的表现。请第6组选手做好准备。
Good afternoon, professors and students. We are the speakers of Group 5. I'm Ines.
I'm Mint. Today, we are going to talk about the results of this course.
First, Let me introduce our group. The members of our group are Catherine, Lane, Louis, Mint, Reg, and me. I'm the team leader, and Catherine is the deputy team leader.
The personality characteristics of our team members were judged according to the questionnaire.
We will summarize from the following four parts. The first part is what we've done, and the second part is learning outcomes. The third part is feelings and experience, and the fourth part is the application and practice.
The professor instructed us to make a weekly schedule on our first assignment in order for us to use our time efficiently.
There are 168 hours in a week, and the time planner Lola has found that most of us overestimate how much work we can do each week. So by planning our time well, we can use the time we have to create the life we want.
Here is the cover letters and the resume we made. We did learn a lot of vocational skills from this course.
The following are the results of 2 questionnaires completed by our group. First of all, not everyone learns in the same way. Knowing something about your own learning styles could inform the way you adjust your studies. Through the learning style questionnaire, we can know that Catherine, Lane, and Louis are all reflectors, and Ines, Mint, and Reg are all serious. Self-knowledge can be very helpful.
Secondly, through the Bell-Binting questionnaire, we can know that Anna's tab is resource investigator, Catherine and Lynn's tab is completer finisher, Lois' tab is shaper, Ming's tab is implementer, and Reg's tab is team worker. Through this questionnaire, we can better find our position in the team, so as to better allocate work.
It was the first time for us to get in touch with the foreign teachers, and the experience was full. Different from ordinary English classes, the immersive English environment was conducive to improving our oral expression ability and training ourselves.
The second part is learning outcomes. This is all of our assignment files. These are the paper on Chinese traditional culture. These are the report on transmission of Chinese traditional culture. These are the feasibility report on combining technology and online teaching. These are the final papers for everyone in our group. We make mind maps for each group study so that we can think more clearly. These are the notes we made during the preview of the PPT.
These are some photos we took when we had group meetings and group study. We can see from the picture of group meeting minutes that our group meets for study and discussion every week, and the division of labor of each member in specific tasks is recorded. Through these group meetings, our team members' sense of participation is dependent and our group becomes more united.
The third part is feelings and experiences. What impressed us most during the learning process was the importance of teamwork.
The seesaw effect. To be effective, a good person must be good at cooperating with others. And also, otherwise, he will accomplish nothing.
Through group learning, we enhance our ability to cooperate and communicate with others and also improve our social skills. One person's strength is limited. Teamwork can bring out infinite strength.
The various assignments of this course simulated students' enthusiasm and creativity. It also makes us realize that oral English is weak and we need to practice more. At the beginning of each group task, the professor would give us enough time to understand what we really need to do for each assignment.
If there were differences among the group members, we would also discuss them, which enhanced our communication and enhanced our collaboration ability.
The fourth part is application and practice. What we have done must be put into practice after all. This course gives us a good foundation for our career.
It is said in philosophy, practice is the sole criterion for testing truth. Many things are useless to think about. We need to put into practice.
Professor's tasks let us contact a lot of things we have never done. Let us hands-on practice, increase experience.
We also learn a lot of great qualities from our professors. Our professor keeps improving. He teaches us to take everything seriously and patiently instructs us again and again when we are not good enough.
So professors have a great influence on our study and work. The content of this course is also very practical for future work. Finally, I hope we can make good use of the knowledge we have done it and strive to be the person we want to be.
That's all. Thank you for listening.
The performance today. Next, let's enter the voting session. If you like the presentation of this group, please vote for them.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来，让我们进入投票环节。喜欢这组选手的话，请为他投上一票吧。
Let's invite the contestant from the last group, Group 6, to give us a PowerPoint presentation. Looking forward to their wonderful performance. Good luck to Group 6.
下面有请最后一组第6组选手为我们进行 PPT 展示，期待他们的精彩表现。
Good afternoon, dear professor and classmates, respectable teacher and audiences. Time flies, and the years pass quickly. The professional and academic skills development class is coming to an end. Through this period of study, we have benefited a lot. The friendship between students has become deeper, and the foreign teacher has divided the class into several groups, of which our group is the ninth group with 6 members, respectively, the group leader Winnie, the deputy leader Julian, the group members Vanessa, Annie, April, and Carla. We'll break it down into 4 sections to talk about what we took away from the session. The first 2 parts will be presented by me, and the third part will be presented by April, and the final conclusion will be summarized by our team leader, Julian. Part 1, homework exhibition. These are the weekly planning assignments of our group members. These are the feelings of our group members after learning to write a cover letter. We think that by learning cover letters, we can improve our own writing levels and also improve our levels of competition on the road of job hunting. At the end of the class, we took 2 personality assessment tests. By doing the personality assessments, we learned about our strengths and weaknesses in terms of learning styles and team types, making us aware of the reasons we may act in a certain way and the ways in which team members may or may not fit. This helps us to improve our self-identity as well as correct our weaknesses. This test gives us an idea of our own learning style. These are the learning styles of each group member. In the class, we learned how to write an essay. At the end of the class, we wrote an essay on Confucianism in China. The abstract and keywords section was done by Juctm. The origin of Confucianism and the founder of Confucianism by April. Confucius, the founder of Confucianism by Vanessa. Confucius' thought by Vinny. The development of Confucianism by Annette. The significance of Confucianism to the present by Color. Conclusion by April. After completing the paper, go to Grammarly for checking and revising. This is the last paper we completed on Chinese Confucianism. These are the lessons we learned from this essay writing. We learned to organize our language better, improve our thinking skills, understand Chinese Confucian culture more deeply, and deepen the tacit understanding among the group members. We also learned how to write a report in class. After class, our group did a report on social media. To complete our report, we first had to be clear about the industry, such as the macroeconomic environment. Then we had to collect relevant data and research reports and analyze them. We can also present our expectations for its future development. The page was completed by Annette. The abstract or summary was completed by Vinny. The introduction was completed by April and Vanessa. The result was completed by Color, and the conclusion was completed by Juctm. Here's our report of social media. These are the things that our group members learned from this report. We believe that the writing of the social media report allowed me to learn about the origins of social media as well as the pros and cons. It also improved the level of writing reports, which will be of great help for future studies. Finally, we learned how to write a feasibility report. Through the study of the feasibility report, we learned that the analysis of the project should be based on systematic analysis as the main method and economic benefits as the core. A large amount of data and information is used to demonstrate the feasibility of the proposed project around the various factors affecting the project. And our group wrote a feasibility report on the metaverse. April wrote abstraction. Vinny and Color wrote introduction. Juctm and Vanessa wrote a discussion. Conclusion was done by April. The recommendation by Annette and the appendix by April and Vinny. This is our feasibility report on the metaverse. This report has helped us to understand feasibility study report is a decisive work before terminating the construction project, and learning to develop a feasibility report is a skill we must master. Part 2. What is the current situation in the course? In order to create an atmosphere of effective communication, good motivation, and a rallying point team, We cultivate a good and rigorous working style in the team. Let each member understand the goal of teamwork and quantify and refine the goal and reasonably divide the work, each doing his or her best. We have carried out many group studies, discussions, and efforts to make our team an excellent team. This is a photo of our group discussion. Above is the time, place, and the content of our group study. In the class, we have improved our English listening and speaking skills, and we finished the homework assigned by the professor, such as cover letter, resume, and so on, which improve our English writing ability. We can have face-to-face contact and communication with the professor, who is funny and responsible, and the professor will actively interact with us, which is very happy and participatory for us. Through this class, we improved our promotion capacity like job hunting ability. Our group has cultivated deep feelings by completing homework, taking classes, and studying together, and we have also become more and more united. Let's invite our classmates, April, to continue.
Good afternoon, dear professor and classmates, respectful teacher and audience. The third part is about future help, and this part will be presented by me. From the academic side, we know more words, which enriches our vocabulary and makes us more dominant in future English communication and examination. When we listen to the professor and talk with him, we are all influenced by his pure oral English, which makes our oral English more authentic. This gives us a greater advantages in future employment. During the course, the professor taught a lot of knowledge, and as we followed his thoughts, we were gradually able to recognize the differences in different cultures, which helped us to develop new ideas. According to the weekly schedule of learning from foreign teachers and excellent students, we learned how to better control time management. We can integrate it into our study and make a study schedule in our future study and life, so that we can live a full and satisfied study life. From the career side, the dissertation is now not only a means of exploring academic research targeted self-introduction. For candidates, resume as a stepping stone for job hunting, dissertation achievements, and a good resume will be a great advantage in our career. It's also easier to gain the appreciation of supervisors. In the future life, we will communicate with different people. In this course, we will exercise our communication skill. This will allow us to work more effectively. Teamwork allows us to communicate more effectively and increase efficiency in our future work. For the time management, developing a schedule will allow us to control our time effectively in our future career in a way that keeps us in overseas exchanges or entrance exams. Which next, I will ask Sulian to give us the final class. Let me talk about part 4, conclusion. Through professor and academic skills developing, we have learned a lot of knowledge and skills and developed teamwork skills that will be of great benefit to our future academic and campus. Although this class has come to an end, all professional and academic skills developed will never end, and we will take the knowledge given us by the professor and say so again to igloo for a better tomorrow. I appreciate you all for careful listen. Thank you.
Let's enter the voting session. If you like the presentation of this group, please vote for them.
祝贺你们，谢谢你们为大家带来的精彩展示。接下来，让我们进入投票环节。喜欢这组选手的话，就为他们投上一票吧。
Presentation plays a very important role in the study of this course. Today, you witness that when the speakers explained their slides, which is actually composed of various points one by one, it's actually multiple elements of information transmission. Using PowerPoint presentation encourages students and improve their achievement. It enhances learning by providing a better understanding and comprehension of the subjects, as well as by providing different ways and techniques within the same slide. The truth is that the presentation is similar as what is in the film. If there were no slides, the audience will almost only rely on their hearing to feel the speech. At this time, there is a great pressure on their feeling range and hearing. However, after increasing the visual feeling, you can receive more information which sync with our hearing. Thus, increase our interest and rely to receive information by reducing the pressure on our ears.
在我们这门课程的学习中 ，PPT 扮演了很重要的角色。当演讲人论述的是一条直线的时候，幻灯片其实是一个一个点来组成的，这也是信息传递的多个维度。所以幻灯片是不含解释内容的，也不一定是完整的，它甚至是跳跃的。这个道理和电影中的画面可以蒙太奇一样，如果没有幻灯片，观众几乎只能单靠听觉来感受演讲，这时对于我们自身的感受范围以及听觉压力是非常大的。但是增加了视觉感受之后，就能够与听觉不同步的接收到更多信息，这时会增加趣味性和了解的信息量，也能够减轻听觉上的压力。
After a coffee break, I will announce the results of the contest. Now let's take a break.
所有的选手已经完成展示，接下来的时间让我们休息一下。
I'm George Holmes and I'm the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Bolton. This university has a long and distinguished history, indeed a tradition going back to the early 1820s when we were a mechanics institute. We've offered a wide range of higher education options, certainly for the last 40 years, to modern professionals. Our distinguished roots go back to material sciences and the cotton trade itself. We're a proud historical organisation with a real modern edge. Our students are the most important thing to us, and so we asked our students what they wanted.
My name is Arthur Kadu, and I am the Students' Union President here at the University of Bolton. I would encourage any student who wants to come here to come and utilize all the facilities we've got.
Our NUS relationships, particularly with our student president, has told us that our new social learning zone, the facilities around our very flexible learning space and open access library, and the creation of a student union location right at the very heart of the campus gives our students the sort of community feel they want from a modern university.
My name is Joanna. I'm studying to be a health visitor. I'm currently in my first semester of a 12-month programme. The teaching styles whilst I've been at university have been really varied, which is really good because everybody learns differently. We've done a combination of lectures, group work, and also the site Moodle is really good for us to access resources. We can access these at home, in the library, wherever we feel comfortable to learn.
Our School of Health is nationally recognised. We've got a very exciting new clinical nursing initial education programme where we work with NHS trusts but also offer professional training and practice in our clinical simulation suite. In that suite we'll see SimMan alongside our anatomage table offering the very highest of simulated professional clinical experience.
The Vice-Chancellor himself has got a very, very good vision of the University of Bolton.
The last 5 years at the University of Bolton have been very exciting. What we've seen here at the university is infrastructure expansion on a grand scale. There's been almost £165 million spent on capital around this university campus over the last 5 years, and we continue to grow and expand with not only the development of Bolton 1 with our 8-lane swimming pool and our large multi-purpose gymnasium, but also in the development of our new Science, Technology and Engineering Centre. We've got now the National Centre for Motorsport Engineering being developed on our site. That's a £10 million initiative which builds on our Centre for Advanced Performance Engineering and leads the sector in putting students on the racetrack at the heart of performance engineering. We're growing our student village, which is a 1,000-bed provision right in the heart of the historic town centre. At Bolton, whatever your background or whatever your interests, you'll find that there's something for you and a community that welcomes you and embraces you in your learning needs.
I was quite nervous before I came, but within the first week I was already settled. We've made like a really good community and everyone supports each other, so it's been really nice. It's lived up to every expectation.
Even if you go from Manchester to London, it would take time to settle, and I'm talking about coming 7,000 miles away from family as an 18-year-old. So it's not easy, but then you see the people. You get to learn about religions, cultures.
In my class, I can boldly say everybody got along and everybody helped each other. Things I didn't know, somebody older than me, they explained it to me. This is what I learned. I've been in uni before, I've been on this route before, I've worked here before, and I'm learning from them.
It was very welcoming. The staff at the university very welcoming, and the university have a good understanding of what the student population is like.
I never spoke English before coming here, and if I did talk, it made me realize that, oh, they're not judging me. They actually wanted to know how I deal with things, what's my way. It helps you to move forward in life.